ride, by the way. Lynchburg, you're going to help us make Mitt Romney the next president of the United States. You know what? I see a Korea veteran right here. Sir, thank you for what you've done for our country. All of those who are here who are veterans, thank you for what you've done to give us the freedoms that we are here exercising at this very moment in this country. I see a cheesehead over here. Kind of makes you hungry, doesn't it? Look, I just want to thank you. Mitt and I are committed to offer, please feel free, have a seat if you're on the Hill. You want to have a seat? I love you too, man. We are committed to giving you the choice you deserve. This is the most important election in our lifetimes, and it doesn't matter what generation you come from. And take a look around and look at where we are. You see, President Obama, he cannot run on his record.
Right.
He can't run on the fact that we have 23 million Americans struggling to find work.
Obama must go!
He can't run on the fact that we have 15% of our fellow men and women in this country living in poverty today, the highest in a generation. He can't run on the fact that the economy is barely limping along, slower this year than last year, and last year was slower than the year before that. And so because he can't run on his record, hope and change has now become attack, defame, and blame.
That's right.
He's going to try to divide this country. He's going to try to distract this country. He's going to distort what we are offering in order to try and win this election by default. And guess what? We're not going to let him get away with it, are we? Thank you, man. I'm not going to repeat what you said. Look at where we are. ACS. I just met Mike Shenago, and I just met Mike Shenago's son, Mike Shenago. He just told me about their family business, and he told me about the 189 employees they have. This is what we call an ESOP. This is a small business that's successful, that is shared and owned by many of its employees. This is the American dream. The American dream is if you have an idea, and if you work hard, and if you work at a business, you play by the rules, you can get ahead, and guess what? These guys built their business. Now let's take a look at this example. Let's take a look at the great conveyor product they make here. This is where most of our jobs come from. Most of the jobs in America, almost 2/3 of our jobs come from these successful small businesses. This looks like any other part of America. I come from Janesville, Wisconsin. We have an industrial park. It looks just like this. It's businesses that are creating jobs and advancement and better take-home pay and job security for most of the workers in America. And this business and its employees pay their taxes as people. President Obama is promising that come this January, the top effective tax rate on businesses like this goes up to 44.8%. This one tax increase that he's promising doesn't even pay for 10% of his proposed deficit spending.
Obama must go!
You see this idea that all the geniuses are in Washington, this idea that we can just take more from workers, take more from businesses, and spend it in Washington, if this idea worked, we would be entering a golden age along with Greece. You know, overseas, which where I come from means Lake Superior, the Canadians just lowered, where this cheesehead comes from too, the same thing for him.